What's up? This is Wrestling with Love.
Your ultimate tag team for all things wrestling.
I'm Loazi.
And I'm Ati.
Let's get into it! Oh, we are getting into Clash in Paris, the PLE from this past weekend. Another very hectic weekend though for you, eh? After SummerSlam, now Clash in Paris, most intense weekend of your life, I would say, actually. Yeah.
And just also like on a somber note, before we actually get started, I want to give like a special tribute to my uncle. So we laid him to rest this past weekend, but like he was the biggest supporter of this podcast. So I just want to do him justice and actually acknowledge him like on this episode that like usebenzile, you know, and yeah, man, he'll be missed, but I'm going to move on before I choke up.
Yeah. But I want to commend you as well. The fact that, you know, you still got into this, the fact that we're recording straight after work for you, and just being able to watch Clash in Paris, you know, our usual countdowns, post shows, main shows, all of that. So, like, respect to you and your commitment for that. But let's switch the mood a little bit because we have not breaking news, but people know by now, but still we have to talk about it. We haven't talked about it here because after episode 11, we posted a TikTok video where you were cooking, basically. You were cooking so much so that a storm came to our TikTok. A whole WWE superstar commented on our TikTok, Jade Cargill. Wow. Like how did you feel?
I was stunned, honestly, when it happened, because I'm just like, there's no way, and I'm actually verifying, is this really her account?
For real?
Is this really her? And I think at the time you were sleeping. Like, I went and I woke you up. I'm like, please look who commented on our
I couldn't
video.
believe it. Now I'm like, is it really her? Then I check, okay, who's she following? Okay, it's verified. And it's it's really her.
Like a storm is here. It is here. It's not the wind. It's a storm. Okay? It's a storm. Oh my goodness. No, like honestly, fangirl moment there. Like she made my year. Like she made my year. I hope she knows that. But
she acknowledges you.
Hey man.
She heard what you had to say and she was like, yes, Tetinyano art. That was really cool. So that had us buzzing, and hopefully there's more things like that to come. Maybe we get to meet WWE superstars. They come here, we go to them. Hey, must manifest. You
know what I'm saying?
But must say France. So Clash in Paris. Wow. What a PLE. Right. And I think what dawned on me first and foremost was with the countdown. Just seeing the set, how big it was, and the fact that they had the Eiffel Tower. At first I thought it was an actual structure. It's a screen. But the detail was so cool. The fact that like that arena, La Defense Arena, it's like 30,000 people there. I was like, Kandila, PLE is huge.
Listen, when they showed like the overview and there were like so many people, I'm like, yeah, vote on. Like, what's going on? Like, it was crowded. I don't think I've ever seen like people so like congested like that. Also, like, it was a lot.
I was like, okay, it makes sense then why we have CM Punk, Roman Reigns, John Cena
the big names,
booked on this PLE, because it's not a big 4 PLE, but still they had to deliver.
Looking at like the French crowd, like they never disappoint, because I think they're still like the highest in like the loudest crowd. And listen, they were going crazy.
I still would rank, Lyon, France, Backlash last year is the best crowd ever. But the Paris crowd, I would say, is number 2. They really killed it, the atmosphere. And I even loved at the beginning, they had those papers that made the French flag.
Oh, yeah.
That was cool. And they were just
we weren't
singing.
expecting that. It was just like...
The setup was just so cool. And the fact that even the countdown show was also like in the ring. They've never done that before. It was a nice aesthetic.
I actually really liked that because usually, because like the crowd is so like close to them, and sometimes like I find it distracting because they're there chanting and everything, and like it's nice to have like the crowd there with the vibe and everything, but it's just like also I want to listen to what Jackie are saying. I want to listen to Big E. So I really I loved that it was in the ring, because now like the crowd was a bit, you know, to the back type of thing, but. I hope they actually do that more often. The only thing, though, the table was very small.
Oh, shame they were squished. Especially who Peter Rosenberg. It was just like, hey, when you have Big E around, like, it's like, what the hell? Also, speaking of Peter, like, do you love my haircut? Because I'm manifesting becoming a WWE analyst, like Sam, like Peter.
Byron.
So, Byron as also into Kibili. So, you know, must try
manifesting. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
But this entrance was mind-blowing, and wearing two Ulafalas
Yeah.
for his dad and his uncle. From the entrances already, you could just feel the vibe. I even said to you, this match, it feels big just purely because Roman is in it. Yo.
No, Jonga. Like, starting... Actually, Roman, I feel like his aura is, like, changing a little bit. Like, he is kind of like our humble chief now.
Okay.
Because, like, I don't know, because, like, he still takes his time and everything.
Yeah.
But one thing I've noticed with him, specifically, when he raises, like, his finger, like, it's not the...
He doesn't take his time. Because
Roman's just like... It's like...
he doesn't have two titles now that are weighing him down. Now he can just feel free, Yambo. But also, how lean is he looking?
Right.
He's been putting in the work. So, and this was a huge match for Bronson Reed as well. And I don't think anyone expected Bronson to win, but we knew he had to show out. But I don't think anyone could have predicted how much he would have shown out. And what I felt was also so unique about this match is that I thought we'd have multiple finishes, that we'd get like tsunami upon tsunami, Roman kicks out, and because no one has ever kicked out of the tsunami, and I thought we'd get multiple spears, but it was just one spear that got the job done for Roman.
No, but actually speaking on spears, because there's the one spear Roman did on Bronson, and it's like Roman hit a wall. Like Bronson Reed did not flinch. Like nothing happened.
I said even that's the best counter I've seen to a spear. That was really cool. So this whole match I felt delivered. It had the right kind of physicality. Both guys went at it. But I think the real talking point is actually after the match, because...
Before we get there, I also just want to give... Like, we had a lot of moments also, like, in the past, before the match actually, like, started. Like, you could see Bronson Reed trying to get into Roman's head there a little bit, doing the whole, like, acknowledge me. And just, like, also, you know, and just also during the match, like... I feel like both of these men like took so much. There was one moment even when Roman was banging Bronson's head. Like it was just like literally his head was like bouncing. I was even like seeing like his head is bouncy. But like honestly, I feel like a lot of physicality was like brought into this match, because one thing I've also said about Roman's matches is like I feel like, you know, he slows the pace down and everything, and it did start like that, but like it picked up so well, and I think no Bronson reached him, like he really like ushinile up, even though he had little tactics there, like holding up the Shulafala mixed match, celebrating and all these things. But honestly, like great start, and it went on and on.
The entire segment, I'll group it as a segment because it was the match, then the post-match stuff. It was an entire hour. I could not believe this is what we're getting. So it was just crazy because, okay, fine, Roman gets the W. He's celebrating on the announce table. Now Paul Heyman is comforting Bronson Reed with my shoes. Nah, bro, let me come back for this. And then Paul Heyman's just like, in. We think it's a happy ending.
But also, Paul Heyman, funny, because he was like, I acknowledge you, my tribal
He
king.
misses Roman.
Literally, and he's actually like, there's been so many moments where... I would say like Paul Heyman is like crashing out. Basically like we are one, but he misses Roman.
I think even on the Raw in Birmingham just before Clash in Paris, like Bronson Reed even gave him like a look like, hey Utini, like Uteni ufuni love bag ngol hlobo. It's like, hi man, come on, stick with the vision. But yeah, the Paul Heyman stunts were really funny, and then Roman, even after getting his shoes, he just locks in the guillotine there. Heyman is tapping out, and it was like, wow, he's finally getting his comeuppance to Heyman, and we think it's done now. Roman is going to the announce table again.
But do you know what I found interesting? No one came out to save Paul Heyman. Because Roman was out here doing the most to him. Because if we actually think back, like, back when OC and Punk were also involved, like, Roman was quite protective, like, over Heyman. Like, yes, Heyman was turning on him a little bit there and all that stuff, but it's just like, there was still that love. The fact that no one came out in defense of Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman is literally the one that is like, unika the vision is Dima.
Wow, you reckon?
Literally, Heyman is the key. Heyman is literally the key, because kudala bekhona o Bronson Reed, kudala bekhona o Braun Breaker, and it's like, yes, like he's always been the dog or whatever.
Manu Braun Breaker? Or who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I almost barked. That's why I was like, let me just say dog.
I think between Braun Breaker, Cody Rhodes, they're infiltrating you quite a bit. Now you're about to bark your
I was like, don't do that. Don't do that.
It's a safe space.
So, but like literally with Paul Heyman coming in, yes, it was like a bit tough to buy in at the beginning, but there is something that Paul Heyman is like, he's literally the secret ingredient. Exactly.
I guess you make a good point, even though in my mind it was a thing of Seth Rollins is preparing for his main event match, so that's why he can't come and make the save. And then Braun Breaker eventually came out, and then that's where the post-match attack happened.
That's when, because you touched on this, and I'm sorry that I cut you off a little bit.
It's fine, yeah.
But when Roman Reigns was signing his shoes, throwing them to the crowd, and then out of nowhere, you were also just like, he did that so perfect, like how he just popped up. Literally spears Roman from the one table to the next, and I'm just like.
And I think we have to give Roman his flowers every time, because we've spoken about how he sells, but the way he sold this first spear, it made it seem like this guy, they killed him. And I was like, okay, this is how they're going to write off Roman. Little did we know there was so much more to go, because now they're like almost cutting him out, like they're carrying him out from the first spear. Next thing, the second spear, as our spears from Braun Breaker when he's running down the ramp and he hits you high. Oh my goodness.
Roman
second spear is hit.
A lot. And you know what was so funny? There was a moment where it's like, Roman, now he's being taken out. And it's like, there's just a lot going on. And I remember being like, what else could happen? And that's the moment you were what if Braun Breaker comes back and spears him? And literally immediately after he did that, hence we are manifesting for you the bald head you need to be on WWE, because literally most of these things you will say them and it happens even when the shows start you'll say something and already the commentators are saying it. I'm like, take all my money.
Oh man, no, too kind. But this was crazy. We've never seen a beat down like this, because after that spear, Kengogo, next thing, it's Tsunami City, because now Bronson Reed is getting involved. Hits the first spear, then the stretcher comes out. They come back, hit another spear whilst Roman is on the stretcher, and then a third Tsunami.
I'm so disappointed in the security and the medical personnel, because they're just standing there no. And literally, they all sliced it.
But it's Bronson. Who wouldn't slice her?
Niapi, though, you're supposed to be protecting Roman. Why are you not moving him out the way? Clearly you see this guy is not going to stop.
This is so no shame, because Roman is helpless. They're strapped to that stretcher.
Done.
Wow.
Because
this
they
was a big
even
statement.
said, they even said in the push when he's been taken for MRIs and all these things.
This was so well executed, and it brought the heat back to the Vision. And now Bronson looks strong, and Braun Breaker also looks strong, because I think now we might... Actually, I was going to say we're setting up Braun versus Roman, but maybe there's a rematch in store now. Maybe a stretcher match between Roman and Bronson Reed, because it's he can't take this lying down, even though he took it lying down in this case. But it was brutal.
And one thing we actually mustn't, just...
gloss over.
Yeah. Jey Uso?
Oh yeah, he came late.
Why did he come to begin with? Why did he come to begin with? Because bro, you literally have a match.
But look, you were saying Seth must come and help Paul Heyman.
I'm telling Seth, I can't be specific. There's someone. It could have been Braun. But literally, why was Jey Uso there? I was actually so mad, because I'm like, bro.
No, but he had to, because the beatdown was getting so bad. It's they're gonna kill Roman Reigns.
Exactly, which makes it worse. They're gonna do that to you now. And are you gonna be strong enough?
And they did him dirty.
To go against 3 other men?
Because, they chowed him with the spear, and then we saw he had to get taped, and then we'll talk about his match later.
Where was Jimmy?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Where was Sammy? Who's Sammy? Title? Is that the issue?
Savage. Hey, you're actually right.
Exactly.
Oh,
Where
snap.
was Sammy?
Congrats to Sami Zayn, new US champion.
Oh, yeah.
Great match with Solo Sikoa, SmackDown and Leon. I thought that was cool. But yeah, I thought Chef's Kiss for that first match and segment and everything.
Started on a high.
It was like, okay, Clash in Paris is red hot right now. And then I liked how they kept it going because now we move over to the second match for the WWE Tag Team titles. Wyatt 6 defending against the Street Profits.
Yeah.
I thought this was so cool how the Street Profits made their entrance with
the Robocop. What's the name of the... it's a game. God.
I can't remember. It's literally slipped my mind now. It's like I can see it, but I can't say it. Yeah. But it was very cool. Just different vibes for the Street Profits.
Different graphics also.
It was so cool. You know, B-Fab is also there. She's back with the Street Profits. Okay?
Right?
Sure, we'll
and
see.
I don't know, because you touched on this one. I'm like, hey, like this is making you nervous. Like how much they were emphasizing how the Street Profits have been together for 8 years.
Yeah, I was worried
like,
about that. And
what's going on?
On the countdown show, only B-Fab and Dawkins spoke. Montez didn't
the whole time, and I was actually didn't pick up on that, and I was just like,
something's fishy. But great entrance for the Street Profits. Wyatt 6.
No, that blew me away.
The Paris crowd were singing to the top of their lungs.
And just the scene with the fairy lights. Like, it
and the
was
thing is,
beautiful.
this match was even made very abruptly because I didn't think it was PLE worthy, to be honest. They made it like 2 days before on the SmackDown. And I was like, okay, they're doing it for the entrance, fine. But I didn't expect it to be that epic. And I was like, okay, entrances alone before the match, this is worthy to be here. It was beautiful. And then the match begins and we've got these two teams going at it. And I loved the fact that Gacy and Dexter Lumis are really showing now that they're coming into their own. This is their best performance. And that's saying a lot considering we had that TLC match at SummerSlam just a couple of weeks ago. But both teams, I felt, delivered. But also a critical moment was the beginning where Dawkins now stops.
It looked like something, it was like, they were very off. They were very off. Because he was giving, I've got this.
Nah, since when?
Fall back.
So it was a bit shady, but the match as a whole, I thought was really epic. Lots of cool spots. I mean, even at a point, Montez Ford did that dive of his over the posts into the
barricades were strong. Yay! Those barricades were strong. But indeed confused, man. Wyatt 6, like now leading towards the end of the match, just the interferences and everything. Like, I didn't think they were heels.
I think it's official now because we had our doubts. I think even leading up to the TLC match. But now I think it's confirmed.
Because you had Nikki Cross up holding Montez down.
Oh, yes.
You had Uncle Howdy interfering.
Yeah. And how do you feel actually about Uncle Howdy switching back and forth? So on SmackDown we saw him. He's just Bo Dallas.
I don't like it.
What?
I don't like it. I told you I don't like it. He must keep the mask on because the thing is just like I like just like his aura like with it. That's like crazy like smile that he has, like, you know, like
there you are.
You know, like it all dibana and just like seeing him without it now I'm like, you trying to be scary? What you trying to do?
He has an aura though to him with the wet hair and just the full bearded face. I like both versions. And I kind of like the Bo Dallas
But
more
then they must separate the two. I feel like they should be two different characters. Okay. Or Uncle Howdy with the mask must be someone
completely different
from him with the mask. Because you can't make these two people like the same
Okay. And I think where you're getting with this as well is how they did it with Bray Wyatt and The Fiend. Because Bray Wyatt had the puppets and Firefly Funhouse, but The Fiend was like, yo, Ish is about to go down.
You know? So it can't be the same thing because aizoba yola effect. It was like when we see Uncle Howdy with the mask, it's just like, he's about to go crazy. Okanye, like, now without the mask, it can be like he's just like some psychotic or lunatic type because he is being kind of a menace, just appearing like everywhere, talking to everybody. So
actually, the entire Wyatt 6, they've been doing this a lot lately now, where you just see them in the corners and they're watching from afar.
And there's the one we missed with Nikki Cross.
Yeah.
I don't know if she was in the truck or there was
Reflection or something. I was like, I didn't see that when we were watching. And then only on social media we noticed getting about, okay. Abantu, the way, like, we think we watch things deeply, but there's some people who are like pausing every single second, and it's crazy business, But I do like how now we finally seem to be getting the booking of the Wyatt Six right, because it's taken over a year, actually, because they debuted like June last year. And now it seems, okay, we've moved on from just paying tribute to Bray Wyatt. It's about them themselves. And they seem to be breaking up people who think they are family. So Street Profits, actually, let me ask you, will they break up officially, yes or no? Need a hard answer from you.
Nah, you're getting hard answers. They are teasing it quite a bit, and I think the tease is too blatant. So I don't think
they'll break up. I also lean towards that. I think let's not break them up. I want them to be getting to a point where they're just like, okay, let's do singles action a bit more, but we're still brothers. No one must turn on anyone.
Why are we turning on each other?
And over and above that, I would want Dawkins to stick with B-Fab. I think that could be a nice combination. Then Tez, we know he's solid. He can carry it on his own.
I would pair B-Fab with Montez.
Isn't that too much personality, though? Dawkins is poorly.
But
so
I feel
he
like
needs
it would
that
work.
personality.
I feel like, because the thing is, Upole too much, Dawkins, and I think like B-Fab would be too much. It just wouldn't match. Because like, for instance, because like Yabona Lando Montez, like B-Fab was going crazy. Listen, so I feel like they match each other's energy and like vibe more. Should a breakup happen? Like, I feel like Dawkins is more like he's like nonchalant, like laid back type of thing. So I don't know, maybe he could get paired up with someone else. Like, I could actually say bring back
I thought you were gonna throw your own name out there. I was like, wait a minute.
No. Ooh, it's at the tip of my tongue. Very tall, was in the group with B-Fab. Chubby Nyana.
You're a guy now?
Yes.
As a tag team?
No, like to be like a manager. Dawkins.
AJ Francis top dollar?
Yes.
You want top dollar to be...
top dollar, not Dawkins, could work.
Okay,
top
maybe.
Top dollar could work. And then B-Fab with Montez.
So
they have different managers as singles.
Okay.
What's this?
I don't know if AJ Francis would be happy with that. I think he's very much into the wrestling thing. He wouldn't want to be a manager, but maybe. Dawkins can't go to another tag team. Yeah. Okay, they similar build somewhat. Yeah. So we have Hit Profits. I don't know, like. But okay.
Yes, Hydro. Because that's the name of the group I was looking for.
Hydro, I'm still always sour at how they had so much potential. We never did them proper justice on the main roster, but it's fine. But okay, so we agree Street Profits shouldn't break up. And then also Melo Don't Miz looks like they might break up. So
they should.
It looks like they're 5-2.
They should.
So
it's
for
Melo, not working. It's just not working.
I think
Miz is using Melo. Because the thing is, Miz is only capitalizing when like he says, well, okay, now he wants to tap in. I feel like he's using Melo. So no, they should break up. It's just not working anymore. Melo's not wearing the Andre the Giant necklace anymore, and
Okay, because I mentioned them because I think they'll be the next challengers for the Wyatt Six. I'd love to see that, and then let's keep going with the Wyatt Six. Let's see what happens. But very nice, refreshing, back to back PLEs for the WWE Tag Team titles. Now let's give some love to the World Tag Team titles over on Raw. Hopefully they can get on a PLE. But that was cool. So that was match number 2. Then we move over now to the Women's Intercontinental title. We had Becky Lynch defending against Nikki Bella. I was hyped for this match because I felt the promos were good going into this, especially obviously the "you can't see him." That alone sold me. I was like, this has to happen at Clash in Paris.
No.
What did you think of the match?
Honestly, I was impressed by Nikki.
Okay.
And I didn't think I would be impressed by
Yeah, hence
her.
I'm surprised. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
because like Becky has been saying, like, are you actually good, like, alone? Because you've always had your twin with you, and just like I said, like, leading into the match, like, Nikki wasn't really referring to herself as like Nikki, like Bella, na. So it's just like, okay, was she channeling, her sister's like aura? I don't know. But like, honestly, she really impressed me, like, in this match. I think there was also that moment where she was banging Becky's head from one table
side
to the
side.
next. I was just like, yes, girl. Like, she really performed for me up, Nikki. Like, I was just like, I'm not rating her in this era, but no, like, and you can also see, like, she's like in shape, like
she's looking lean,
like she's putting in the work, so I can recognize that. For her, I think the match was good, but of course, Becky just had to win with the most devastating move in all of sports entertainment, the roll up. That just.
I think that's where I soured on the match. When I was like, really?
After all of that.
We're really doing this? But Wade Barrett, he saved it nicely by saying he's going to call that move now the Lynch pin. So I was like,
not
okay.
The Lynch
so it's going to become a thing and they want to irritate us.
Can it not be a thing?
Speaking of Lynch, I loved how the crowd was like, Becky Lynch, they had a way of saying the name. That killed me. Yeah, that was quite funny. But right result, I think there's lots of legs still with Becky Lynch as the women's IC champ. And the fact that it keeps getting on PLEs is great for the title. I wish we could say the same about the women's US title. It needs some love as well. So yeah, it seems like we can't get both titles right in each division.
Yeah.
It's like if the one is really good, the other one is lacking. So we need to fix that, I rate. But solid match. I thought that was cool. Would have been nice to have another women's match, especially because Stephanie Vaquer, they promised her a women's world title match at Clash in Paris. Now Adam Pearce is like, Sabona go Roman, like, which for us actually is like in about an hour or so.
Oh my gosh, straight after this we have
Raw Paris.
Yeah.
So I think, here's a bold prediction. It'll be interesting to see like if this happens. I think actually no, I'll give this prediction at the end. Hopefully I remember. Yeah. Okay, fine. Because it ties into the end, but I think Becky Lynch versus Stephanie Vaquer will happen. And Becky Lynch will become Becky 2 belts.
Again.
Yeah, that's the vision. Because it just doesn't feel like it's Stephanie's time. They've kind of, her momentum has gone down.
It was Stephanie's time until she stopped being booked. It was literally her time. Oh, no, we'll pop her off. But it was literally her time.
Because now I feel like Younger Lando, the momentum she had, it's gone down.
Imagine that in Paris. Imagine that crowd with how loud they were.
Maybe we'll still get it on Raw. We'll have to see. But yeah, Stephanie is gone. So I think Becky is the move. But okay, fine. Let's move over to our next match before you pop off too much.
Yeah, Jogger. The set is about to fall there.
Hey, last time you wanted tables and chairs now. But sure. So next match, we had a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. It was Rusev versus Sheamus. And we were even talking about don't let match actually, and it's pretty much just a no DQ match.
It was so funny for me because like the way they zoomed in on Sheamus's portrait, I'm like, what the heck is this?
He's got hair or something. What's going on up? So it's just a no DQ match with barrels and shillelaghs.
But it delivered. It did. Jonga Rusev, I was not rating him.
Yeah.
I was not
since
rating
his return,
shame, like he wasn't doing much, So I didn't understand where Sheamus was coming from when he was saying Kubana Rusev is using him and this, that, and the third. Because I'm just like, bro, he's just trying to like make it, like he's not doing much and. Like Sheamus, you kind of like nguwe entertainer yo, basically. That's how I feel.
Sure.
Personally. So, for like this match, honestly, I didn't have high expectations at all. But
I was even questioning, why is this on the PLE? I was like, this could have been like Raw in Birmingham or something. But these guys gave it their all. And I will say one thing about all the matches on the card, they got lots of time. And this match was just brutal. One of my favorite spots was the white noise on top of the barrel, even with Jessica Carr.
From the whiskey barrels onto the tables.
That was crazy. And also where Rusev dropped Sheamus through that table,
and I remember imagine chest of drawers,
whatever it was, because I was like, what about his head? The way it just broke, that was crazy. And then the finish for me was really impressive, how he got the accolade with the shillelagh and just snapped to Sheamus back, and it's only the second time Sheamus has tapped out. And I'd love to know actually, like, what was the first time even. Let us know in the comments if you know, remember. Maybe it was something to do with John Cena. I think John Cena is the only person I can see who would have made him tap out. But yeah, incredible match. And I said to you, okay, now this is actually out of the window because I thought Jay was going to win. After what they did in that opening match, I thought maybe they're building up to Jay winning the world title. And then I was like, okay, Rusev is being prepped for Jay to be that feud going on. But okay,
I saw it differently. Because you were saying that segment or that moment for you, it made it seem like Jay's gonna win. But for me, I thought it was let this be the excuse why he doesn't win, because he's too knocked up from interfering.
Okay. But yeah, also I was speaking specifically about Rusev. Like Rusev winning told me more about Jay might win. Because he was booked very strong. I thought Sheamus was gonna win. So I was very surprised. But okay, we're doing this thing.
I actually I was happy with the result because I feel like it was well deserved. There's nothing I hate more than like Jay just a basic match happening taking the win. It's like
he did well.
Against Sheamus, the Sheamus that I know from back in 2021 who fought with Drew McIntyre.
Your favorite match.
Listen.
But yeah, incredible match this was. Also the shillelagh like onto Sheamus's back. There were just so many spots we could quote. Yeah, this was a great match. So it did deserve to be on the PLE. I think that was cool. Then moving over to a match that there was rumors that it might be the main event. Turned out not to be, but it was very late on the card. I was surprised by this. Logan Paul versus John Cena. Lots of people were talking about, even John Cena himself, in his promos, they were addressing the fact that people say, this is a waste of a John Cena match. And because they were hammering home on this so much, it felt to me that they have to cook up a good match. And that's exactly what they did. Because this was just you didn't like it? I love this match. What do you mean? This was a wrestling match. Because there was no shenanigans. It was just pure. And the fact that, we saw throwbacks. John Cena using the Styles Clash and the crowd even singing AJ Styles' song. Phenomenal. I mean, we saw the zigzag from Logan Paul. He was doing uppercuts, Cesaro. It was just like a throwback. This was beautiful. It was like a love letter to wrestling. I loved this match. I thought it was cool.
I get it from that point of view. But in terms of really... I don't know if it was high expectations and just like, I don't know what it was, but it did not deliver.
What?
For me, like it did for you. Great moments, great love story, like you're putting it. But for me, I'm sorry for anyone else who loved this match, but I rated worst match of
worst
the night.
Match? No ways. Nah. I would say on this card, let's not maybe use the terminology worst, but like the least appealing. Least favorite match. Because I think all the matches were pretty good.
They were, but I don't think this one lived up to everything
we watching the same match.
We had seen up to this point.
No, but I mean, in main event.
It wasn't brutal enough for me.
What brutality did you want?
And the thing is, like, actually, let's go to the post show, because a lot of people, like you just said now, didn't understand why this match is happening. Why John Cena gave Logan Paul this match, and John Cena basically, he was just on that whole one. It's just to give Logan Paul a chance, because Nambu Kurt Angle wanted Nika a chance back in my time. So I just wanted to do this for him as well, which watered it down even more for me, because Logan Paul actually has beef with you, John Cena, because you are out here saying you're gonna run wrestling, you're gonna be all these things, and then Jiggy, you're a good guy, and no explanation. Why did you just turn into a good guy?
He explained.
You were a good guy, and then you turned on us, and then now all of a sudden, actually, man didn't appreciate it. Man, right.
He realized the error of his ways. That's it. That promo with Cody before SummerSlam, he explained.
Sense. No, it does not make sense. So I understand frustration ka Logan Paul kubana yazi wena unanyani, because kahle ithini into yakho, like
also,
where do you fall?
Wait.
And here's another thing that I don't like, because Michael Cole on the pre-show, he says, Kubana, the reason why Logan Paul has a beef with John Cena is because John Cena didn't do what he set out to do, which was run wrestling. Yeah. And that's what Logan Paul wants to do. But Logan Paul is saving the business. He's out here telling all Jelly Roll, Pumani up, and this is not a time for influencers and stars and celebrities and whatever. Yeah. It's about the business. Like, Logan Paul is trying to protect the business. So, like, it's a lot going on. So, Logan Paul, I think, the grip or whatever he has with John Cena is just like, oh, nyani, dude. Just like, what's your story?
Okay, fine. I hear you there. But you can't say this match wasn't good. You can't say this match wasn't good.
I'm not saying it wasn't good. I'm saying...
You said it was your least favorite match.
It was my least favorite, yes. But I didn't say it wasn't good. Okay, it was my least favorite in the sense that compared to everything else we've seen up to this point, this match that I was expecting to actually be more wasn't.
I would go as far as to say this was my favorite match. And I would say my least favorite probably was Nikki's match and the main event. Because this match was good. And
okay, Sheamus, you main event.
Okay. And just touching on Jelly Roll as well, I also thought, because the camera was focusing so much on him and Post Malone, I thought they're going to do something.
Interfere.
And I figured, okay, we're going to set up at WrestlePalooza, Jelly Roll versus Logan Paul 1-on-1. That didn't happen. But this match was amazing. You saw the bruises on John Cena on the post-show. You see one lucky punch got Logan Paul. It was brutal. There was so much going on here. So many AAs. Like, they were putting off moves we've never seen before. Come on.
Sure.
Come on.
But I wasn't entertained.
And let's talk about the crowd. Like, the crowd was the star of the show. How does that
John
one?
Cena.
John Cena. La 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 la. And then they wave their hands and you can see the waves. The hands are going in different directions, but it was so cool. And also a big shout out to Green Shirt guy, the richest man on earth.
He didn't have the middle spot.
Oh yeah, but he was still front row, just a bit to the side. But yeah, this match for me was really good. John Cena, Logan Paul, and I think it did what it had to, because John Cena now can move on to Brock Lesnar for WrestlePalooza. I think that's where it's going. Mm-hmm. And then Logan Paul now, he was already kind of legitimate. I think now we've gone past thinking he's an outsider and whatever. This guy's a proper wrestler. He's a proper WWE superstar. Now he's on the level.
Even though John Cena begs to differ, because you see the argument that they're having, because Logan Paul is thinking that John Cena is not real and authentic and stuff. But John Cena is saying, but you using the business to promote your stuff, Prime and all these
we
things.
Can say his intentions maybe are not pure.
At the beginning, but now he cares about the business.
He's protecting the business, but also specifically his in-ring work. Logan Paul, this might be controversial, but I would actually go as far. After this match with Cena, he's a top 5 wrestler in the world right now. He's up there with Seth. He's up there with AJ Styles. Logan Paul.
Are you saying that with your chest?
With my chest. Logan Paul is so good. That guy is sound. He deserves to be the world champion. And I will always say this, but
disappointed.
I've been predicting. I said Logan Paul was going to be world champion this year. I don't think it's going to happen anymore. He was even my Money in the Bank pick. They didn't even put him in the match, but it's fine. But next year, Logan Paul needs to be a world champion. He's set on the mic, in the ring. There's nothing he can't do.
I agree with you.
And impulsive, like podcast.
I agree with you.
but you
match
didn't
tell me.
Wow.
Like it wasn't bad.
It be your
but
own.
It didn't live up to what I thought it would be.
Nah, this match was good. But fine, we can say we differ on opinions. Okay? We'll leave it at that, yeah. But this was a pure match. It was so good. Now, the main event. Loved the video package, first and foremost. I love that style of the Paris, France cinema vibes. Really good. Theme song was great as well. And then I love the fact, let's start off actually with the promo by Seth Rollins with Jackie Redmond, where he was like, okay, Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker have been ejected out of the building by Adam Pearce. I'm on my own. Paul Heyman, he's in the hospital, got the guillotine from Roman Reigns. Seth Rollins is like, I can do this on my own. I wouldn't be a world champion, or I don't deserve to be a world champion if I can't do it on my own.
I like though that he said, Kubana, like, I don't need the vision. Because like these are supposed to be your teammates. These are supposed to be like your people.
Yeah.
And then you're just gonna be like, you don't need them?
I think they're also sowing the seeds. There's been lots of sowing of seeds, but the eventual breakup, the vision has been created to break up.
Let's go. Literally, we just arrived.
Best believe they're going to break up. And I mean, I know one of your favorite segments from Raw this year was when Braun Breaker just snatched the mic from Seth Rollins. And the fact that also Paul Heyman, after the ruse of the century, he said, only me and Seth knew about the ruse, which means the Browns didn't know.
Dark.
Yeah, so all
Seth
of the stuff
actually
is being sprinkled.
using them.
100%.
Seth is using, like, because the thing is, he's making all these enemies, Unansika, Seth, and it's just like, why? Like, and like...
That's funny.
Like, it didn't make sense.
But sure, so Seth makes his statement, but I'm coming out here. It's a fatal four-way taking on LA Knight, Jey Uso, CM Punk. And I was so glad this was the main event as well, because I think going into the PLE, this was the biggest story. This was having the most investment in terms of all the promos, the segments. And the match was pretty solid as well. Great start as well with CM Punk, super kick onto Jey Uso.
Yeah, revenge.
Revenge from Raw. I liked that. Also, LA Knight getting revenge on Punk.
I found it so funny when he was like, he kicked me on Monday night. And I was like, was he supposed to do it on Tuesday? Like, why did he say
the way
like
he said
that?
it like on the countdown was weird. Yeah, but yeah, so CM Punk revenge on Jey Uso, but then LA Knight revenge on CM Punk, tosses him into the table, even though he didn't like break properly.
Yeah.
So there were some cool spots here, but I think the main thing that happened starts when LA Knight on the top rope goes for the dive.
I actually want to speak on something, because like the entrances for each of these men were like huge.
Yeah.
CM Punk, the way they sang his song.
Oh yes, that was really cool.
When he was coming out. And the thing is, now he gets to the ring, and as he's like trying to bask in the moment, you just hear like Seth's song hitting, and I'm just like, one thing about Seth, he will not give CM Punk his moment. Like,
it was giving SummerSlam all over again. Like,
I was finding that to be so hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And Jey Uso as well with the entrance, even though some of those French people, they were like trying to snatch him.
And like I don't know, like, are there no kids in France?
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, usually he eats with, like, with kids and stuff. So I was like, where the kids at?
But yeah, awesome entrances. Yeah, thanks for bringing us back there. But the crux of this match starts from LA Knight doing, the dive. And then there was even a point where it was like, was Seth even on the table to begin with? But he crashes into it, doesn't get Seth. And then a whole sequence of events that was just like so beautiful leads Kengoku into like, I think Seth, there was a point where he had CM Punk in a standing chair, doesn't get the stomp. So now his leg is caught in the chair. CM Punk hits the GTS. Seth bounces into the ropes. He lands onto CM Punk's shoulder. Another throwback to Raw on Netflix when they had their first match. But now, Punk, why are you talking, bro? Why are you saying go to sleep, don't, whatever?
Here's the thing, I think for me might have like dipped the match a little bit. It wasn't chaotic enough. Yes, they had the moment where they also went into the crowd and everything. But if we actually look at like the entire thing, there were too many like, it's like maybe lindene.
Oh, you reckon? Okay.
Yeah, because it's just like you'd only see like two people in the ring at a time. And it's just like you literally can't see where the others are. They're not fighting outside, like nothing is happening. Yeah. So like I feel like it just like slowed it down like a little bit, because like why is it not chaotic here? Like why is it not like even with CM Punk at the beginning, Ultra's like hitting Jey Uso on the just like get the tables
come on, they were doing the Dudleys thing
saying no bangol dagi bona.
Fine, they're not the Dudleys, fine, sure, but teach me how to tag. Teach me how to tag.
Like, it didn't make sense to me, because like in that moment they're just like, man, we're going to Seth. So it's like, why are you hitting me? And like, yeah, I love that Jay actually got his lick back like outside, because
eventually.
Exactly. Yeah. So. But Andy Tandanga, man, with how like everything was
flowed
kind of
for you.
Like together.
Yeah. I didn't quite pick that up, but maybe that also affected me a little bit, because I was like, yeah, it's a good match.
We can watch it again.
Okay. I mean, why not? After all, it's a date. But what frustrated me here, clear closing sequence. CM Punk talking too much, bro. You've got the GTS, and then whips, low blow, and very similar to how Heyman did to Roman Reigns.
Literally.
And then, oops. I don't know if there's any connotation there, my bad. But Becky Lynch comes through. Now, I guess she's officially part of the Vision. I don't know.
I mean, they've been playing on this like quite a lot. Becky, my sexy husband, my American husband.
My hot husband.
You know,
yeah.
So, like, because the thing is, like, for the longest time, they actually haven't been, like, entertaining each other, like, as a couple.
Yes.
And I think I've mentioned this to you before, but can y'all just acknowledge each other? Like,
you wanted them to, though?
Yes.
Why?
Like, because the thing is, like, Seth is like this joker. Like, he gives like a joker vibe.
Everything. Yeah,
and the thing is, Becky, like, she's kind of been like on that same, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like actually to like, I want to see that mess like together.
Oh, well, you got your wish.
You know, because like also you've been seeing Becky slowly but surely also dressing like Seth a little bit.
Oh yes,
so
yeah.
like I feel like it's been planted. So like now to actually see, but like. Actually, he doesn't need the Vision. He's got his wife. And Bobabini, they are what?
They are champions.
Yeah,
and I like that you use the word mess, because I think that's what we're going to get. And I think the internet is going to be a mess, because there's lots of people who don't like Becky Lynch and whatever.
Yeah.
Now, I think they're going to double down even more. But we're going to be insufferable. They're going to win all the matches. They're going to be so dominant. Hence, I'm saying she's going to become Becky 2 belts. People are going to lose their mind. They're going to be so mad.
It's going to give Miz and...
Maurice
a little bit, because like as heels, they were
the more I think about, because I was thinking they're a reality show and they're so lovable, but on TV I agree with that. And even more so, I see Edge and Lita. That's the couple that I see where they're just gonna be like disgustingly like down each other's throats, literally winning all the matches, beating up everyone.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy. So it's about a reign of terror. And I think now what's going to happen, WrestlePalooza, we're going to get a mixed tag team match. Especially after on the post-show, CM Punk is walking up the ramp. He's all disappointed. He sees a sign that says, Punk, bring back AJ Lee. It only makes sense. Your wife now has to come through and stand on business, because how dare Becky Lynch, bing, you can't do that to another man. Come on, he's married. Utata Galeri. Come on.
Not that dog.
I'm sure whoever drew us, he was loving this. So it's like, I love it. But this feud now is intensifying even more.
Yeah.
So I think let's do the mixed tag at WrestlePalooza, and I think Hell in a Cell crown jewel, Punk versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight title. I need that in my veins to finally solidify it. And it will be interesting because then CM Punk will have had like back-to-back PLE matches in October that are Hell in a Cell matches ending like a year-long feud and all of that. So I want that. I want that. So, but it sounds like you're down for Seth and
no
Becky
shame because
as a pair.
Clash like it cooked as much as I didn't enjoy the main event like that, but with the little things that were being done and also like in the post show, like you were saying, like the moments there, I can buy into it because at the beginning I was like, no, I don't like CM Punk. But like now it's just like I see it because the thing is, Seth just wants pain for CM Punk, and like it's hilarious to be honestly. So Punk now is actually justified. So.
Raw in Paris predictions. I mean, we'll know the result by the time this comes out. But AJ Styles versus Dirty Dom for the IC title. Who wins?
I want Dom to retain.
Really?
I want Dom to retain.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
But that's what I want. But is it what's going to happen? No. Dom.
Okay, you're going all in on Dom. Okay. It has to be AJ. We cannot have La Moment. I can't even believe they didn't do this on the PLE, but we have to sell tickets for Raw. So when that crowd sings AJ Styles' phenomenal song, it's going to be electric. He has to win the title. And I think the other reasoning for Dom losing is so that, because I think next week he's going to face Vikingo for the AAA Mega Championship. So... let's free up some space.
Vikingo.
Yeah, I don't know when the luchadors.
Anado.
Okay. Okay.
I'm joking.
But yeah, so I think Dom, it's time for him to drop the title, but he'll get a title within the next couple of days.
And honestly, he's actually done all that he can.
With he's had it for long, since WrestleMania.
Like there's nothing more that he can do really, because his thing with Roxanne has kind of fell flat. We haven't been seeing them as and I can't call Ulev like akasena yo man la ora.
It'll come back though. I'm sure they'll heat it up as soon as Liv is on the way back. Even though we've been speculating the whole time, but they keep mentioning her, and it's like, is she coming? And then
we thought she would also pull a Seth, but.
How so? What do you mean?
Like because most of the same one as she's injured or whatever.
Oh, and okay, but another ruse.
Yeah, but...
not ruse of the century, ruse of the decade or something. I don't know. But okay, fair enough. Yeah, but that's going to be a good show, so we need to go check that out. But Clash in Paris, it delivered. The crowd, as expected, amazing.
I wasn't happy with the French crowd last year because I felt like they were too much.
Sure. Yeah, they toned down a little bit. Hence, I would say Paris is second and not first. Whilst for you,
they didn't tone down. They were chanting and doing all these things when it made sense.
Oh, sure.
They were not interrupting people better. Although actually there wasn't much talking for them to really interrupt.
But you know what happened? Backlash last year. Like, not for a single second did they stop chanting.
That's the problem!
Which I loved. It was just like
I couldn't stand
Supplemento!
And on their nerves.
What's on their nerves?
Like,
you ain't even 30.
Like, ingqolo and dibali lengqolo. It must make sense. So, like, this crowd was loud, but it was like, I'm hyped, man. Whereas, like, last year, they were just, like, literally just making a noise. And, like,
wow. No. Leon crowd, legendary for me. But, yeah, this crowd was great. The PLE was great overall. Fine, some matches were, like, okay, least favorite somewhat. But I don't think there was a single match that sucked.
No, the PLE didn't dip.
Yeah.
Because of, like, any match. But I'm just saying... With what I was expecting, I was expecting like more, like especially with John Cena and Logan Paul, like because Logan, you are a viral guy, like you are about viral moments. I was expecting izinto ezi.
But maybe that was the point again, because I think Cena kind of brought that up somewhere. I think in one of these promos.
So Logan toned himself back a little bit.
Not toned himself back, but. Come on, no. It's like, let's not do the drones. Let's not do whatever other stunts.
It doesn't have to be drones.
Let me just show you I can
do
wrestle.
some spectacular things. Like, yes, you were saying using other people's moves and whatnot. But kaloku, kwawena uyi-athlete, mfaka, show us something.
We need to actually watch it again. I feel like we need to make a point.
There's something we missed. Or
something you missed.
But
then you want me to watch the main event again and everything. So
yeah,
okay, let's just watch
showing you stuff that you might have missed.
True. And I enjoy that as well, yeah. So we'll watch the PLE again.
Oh my gosh.
We already have such a tight schedule. It's like we're stacking it even more. But yeah, so I think that's Clash in Paris. That's a wrap. Any other things that stood out that you can think of? Or
was it just me? Actually, no, I think it was you who made me notice this like chart. But like, actually, I want to know if anyone else heard it. Oh, Roman, when they were brutalizing him, like they were just, smashing him, as you would say. Were they messy Roman chants?
Oh, yeah! I heard that. I should have recorded it. So, yeah.
I'm watching it again.
I can actually do that. You're right, yeah. And just going back to the chants once again, not Triple H on the post-show saying like, man. Like,
and then
it was like so disjointed, and then eventually they got it. Like, so like the John Cena chant they just did for Triple H. It's like, what's Triple H? La 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 la. Yeah. Oh, but like I love it when these fans sing and stuff.
Speaking of chants, Sheamus.
Oh.
And then a chant that he wanted to be done that he did on the pre-show. And I remember like I was even like doing, I was like, it slaps. But honestly, come main show
it slaps but didn't stick.
And I think that's what happened with the crowd. CSI Libala. Otherwise, like I loved it. I really loved it. But also, I don't think it made sense for that match because La Chant was very
light-hearted,
joyful.
And that was a brutal match. But the crowd was into the match, so they delivered with that,
Hey.
Hey. Well, that's Clash.
That's Clash. Oh my gosh, no, I enjoyed this PLE. Yeah.
Take us home.
Hey! Literally, we're right outside schedule. No, we're driving
4x4. You're looking live. Let's go.
But that is it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching up until this point. Please like. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. And we will see you on the next one. Bye.
We out.